Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright and this is an energy healing recap video where I tell you everything I did in today's group energy healing all for free. So I'm teaching you really good pro level energy healing techniques for no charge. And of course, this recap is in part for the 60 participants that got today's healing, but it's for everybody on YouTube as well. So hi everybody. This group healing, it's called a mini triplet group healing set because it's a set of 3 healings. Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday is when the 3 healings happen. But for context, 50 out of 60 people in this particular set are currently in the US. And for them, it is Thanksgiving weekend, holiday weekend. Also, the first healing was on Friday, which is called Black Friday, which is kind of retail craziness, a lot of sales and pressure. So that is part of the context of this whole set, like it or not. I mean, not like it or not, but it's like the whole set is supposed to be about angels and letting your angels help you in pressure situations, which is kind of perfect because a lot of people are under a lot of pressure this weekend for different reasons. And some people, they have different life pressures, maybe not because of Thanksgiving holiday. So it's a great theme. And this is the second healing in the set, so I did not have to do as much damage control this time. If you do need a sort of a damage control healing, the last recap, the Friday recap, is great for that because people were pretty out before that healing started, and that collection of techniques really did work nicely for most people. So thanks everybody for your surveys. I did work in a few healing steps in today's healing thanks to the surveys. Thanks to hearing, for example, this healing had a 7th and 3rd chakra tune-up process, but I did that twice actually because people were having sleep issues. Not the majority by any means, but it looked like December and January are real big energy shift times, both this December and this January, and I think that's sort of starting already. So that that is affecting people's sleep basically. So, but you can always counteract, energy shifts that are going on through skilled energy healing. So today had a sub-theme also, which I am so excited about. And part of why I'm filming this video after dark is because I road tested some of this healing for myself, before doing the video, because I wanted to speak even more from experience. So the sub-theme of this healing has to do with ideal next step. Ideal next step. So I'll explain, but basically we used deep thought. I'll explain in more detail, during the video, but basically we used deep thought healing technique in the healing to clear energy blocks in the way of you taking your ideal next step. So the concept, what is ideal next step? Ideal next step is, let's say in terms of productivity, as an example, say there's a project that is sort of looming, it's something that you really should be working on and it. And rather than work on that one, you work on something else, or you work on something else, like for a lot of people, instead of meditating, oh my gosh, they just have to do their laundry, or instead of meditating, oh my gosh, they have to, get their kids ready early and then blah, 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 and they never meditate, so there's this ideal next step, and then there's what you end up doing instead because you're too stuck about your ideal next step. The ideal next step is the one that you would feel the best if you were to make progress on that project and take that next step, but you're just too stuck about it and it, and so you put it off, and you do other things instead. So it's a huge quality of life thing, and it relates to this whole triplet theme because obviously your angels know even better than you do what your ideal next step is. They know that this certain project would just make your life easier. It would save you so much time and energy if you just stopped resisting it and went ahead and did it. And they're trying to counsel you about it, but you're just too stuck about your ideal next step. So what we did is we helped, and it was all through, there was so much deep thought technique stuff done in this healing. So super, super cool. And of course you could go back to a video which is really in-depth and cool. You would be like the ultimate authority on what the deep thought technique is if you watched it. It's called Discussing Deep Thought Technique. So make sure discussing is the first word in the video title. Because there's another one that's a deep thought walkthrough of this. It's really cool, but it's like just using the deep thought technique and clearing out issues with families. So that might be fun though for some of you to use that video. It's called Deep Thought Technique, blah, 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 family boundaries, something like that. Oh, and I did want to mention too, because I noticed a couple of the participants needed help with, you know, just holidays. They had so much holiday baggage triggered, and that actually worked into this healing too. So thank you for your surveys. Because of your surveys, I was able to see like, all right, fine, I got to work in more clearing holiday baggage into this healing. But another thing you can do on your own, in addition to using the deep thought healing technique to clear holiday baggage, which we'll get to in this video, is there is a recording that you can download from my website. And you know, old timers, you already know about this one, but plenty of people have not been with me that long, and maybe they don't know much about the recordings on my website. They're all free of charge. They're guided meditation recordings, and some of them are webinar recordings. Like I did back in 2014, I did these meditation webinars, and so you can get recordings of those for no charge on my website. Just download them. So if you go to my free meditations menu, page 3 of 3, there's this one called Holiday and Birthday Detox. And it is a recording of a meditation webinar called Holiday and Birthday Detox. And it's really good. So if you just get floored by baggage and you get super triggered every year around your birthday or every year around a holiday, you know, you could do that webinar and follow along, you know, because it has a lot of like, okay, try this, guys. Okay, try this now. Try this now. And it just walks you through getting over old baggage so that current and future holidays or birthdays aren't so triggering anymore. All right. So we started with Tricolor Earth Energy Soak in an interesting way. I mean, I always gotta experiment, see what works best, right? So I experimented on myself, you know, and then I watched everybody's results too, you know, as I'm working on them. I experiment on myself like all morning before I do the healing. So, Tricolor Earth Energy Soak is its own video at 6 minutes long. If you haven't watched it, please go for it. It's the easiest thing you will ever learn, and you can do it while you're doing other things. So there's really not much excuse. I mean, you could make one up probably. But anyway, okay. So for Tricolor Earth Energy Soak, you're soaking your whole aura in red earth energy, and then orange earth energy, and then yellow earth energy that you bring up from the center of the earth. But then I talked about in the last healing, you can do it just with your chakras, not the whole aura, and just your physical body chakras even. So that's what I did in this healing. I'll walk you through like a 1% version of that, but let me just explain it first. So we did a Tricolor Earth Energy Soak of the whole aura, red, orange, yellow. And while I did that, I combed through people's aura and just got the flow nice. Like if you're having problems with your creativity, like, you know, this project is coming up or something and you're not ready for it, when you do Tricolor Earth Energy Soak, comb through a copy of your aura. You know, particularly downward for the bottom part of your aura and upward for the top part of your aura. So demonstrating with AccuDoll, you know, this is the top part of your aura, and this is the bottom part of your aura, underneath your feet. Because you want this to release downward, down your grounding, and you want this to just flow, because your 7th chakra needs to be able to spout up purple confidence energy and creative inspiration up to your 7th layer. So if this is all jammed and compressed, it can't do that. So comb upward here, comb downward here. So you just have a copy out in front of you, a live copy of how you look right now. So if you're not standing like AccuDoll is, then your model, your mini model should be seated or whatever, right? And then just comb through your aura as, okay, so go ahead, bring up, this is the 1% walkthrough. So bring up red earth energy all the way from the center of the earth through this mini copy of yourself, through your grounding, red earth energy, up through your aura, up through your whole body, up through the top of your aura, right? And just leave it up there, right? That's the soak part. You're soaking. Just stay with all that red earth energy all the way up, coming up through your aura, and just comb through your whole aura. You know, you can comb downward through the whole thing. You can comb downward through your grounding. And combing means you use gold light from your hands and your fingertips, because they're really cool energy centers in your fingertips and your hands. Even if you didn't know about them, they're there. I remember the first time I learned that, I was like, oh my God, I never knew. So cool. Oh. Okay, so you just comb through this copy and then comb downward and upward like that. And that can help with neck tension, shoulder tension also, which is cool. Okay, so anyway, I did that, and then, you know, I did all 3 colors with that, still combing the whole time with everybody. 3 colors meaning red, orange, yellow, which is the earth energy soak, tricolor earth energy soak. And then I did just the physical body 7 chakras, because you have 2 sets of chakras, physical body and then spirit body has a full set of 7 also, which, you know, if you are really present right now, maybe you are because of your tricolor earth energy soak you're doing, then your spirit is actually in your body. So they're in the same place. So, you know, but anyway, so what you could do is, we'll say healer's choice, okay? In the healing, what I did is I just soaked people's physical body chakras, because those are the ones I'm focused on more, because the angels heal. If you're getting these healings as a participant, your angels heal your astral body chakras on the astral. Yeah, there were other times though in this healing. There were other times in this healing where I healed a little bit the astral body. I know that. But anyway, I digress. So then just bring up the red earth energy up through all your chakras of your physical body, right up this way, red earth energy. Just soak your chakras and then bring down the red, and then bring up orange earth energy from the center of the earth all the way through your physical body chakras, and then bring it down to your 3rd chakra, and then bring up yellow earth energy all the way from the center of the earth, and soak all the way up. Soak all these physical body chakras along your spine, 1 at the base of your spine, 7 in the top of your head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just soak them. And the orange earth energy, yellow earth energy, and then just bring it back down. And you can even bring down that soak you're doing too, if you didn't already. So I don't mean to confuse you, but it's like we did a full aura tricolor, and then we did just chakras of your physical body tricolor. And then we did, again, a full aura tricolor, and then we did just 7 chakras tricolor. And why would we do that? I mean, I know, like, you're like, Janet, God, you're taking something simple and making it so complicated. And that is true in a way, but I did it for you. because people were so stressed because of the holiday that with the regular tricolor earth energy soak, it just wasn't working well for some people. I mean, they were soaking in it, but they weren't like letting it in. I could tell that it wasn't like as effective for them. I mean, for other people it was like, yeah, but some people, they weren't absorbing as much of the earth energy. So if you feel like you're not absorbing as much earth energy when you do that soak and you bring up your red earth energy and you're soaking in it, then maybe just do the chakras a couple times. You know, red all the way up, down, orange all the way up, down, yellow earth energy from the center of the earth all the way up through all your physical body chakras, and then back down, just to kind of wake up your chakras, you know, because it'll just like, you know, purge them of whatever, and then you're like more in and more, and then when you try another tricolor earth energy soak for your whole aura, you're really absorbing it, you know, probably twice as much. So complexity, but for a good reason. All right. So, then, because of people's sleep issues and one person's exhaustion issues, we did another 7th and 3rd chakra tune-up. All right. So after the 7th and 3rd chakra tune-up, we did giant gold nets, which that's a brand new term. I'm just making up term after term for collapsing gold nets. We did giant collapsing gold nets. The normal ones are big, but they're basically as high as your aura, and they go down all the way to the center of the earth because you want to get your grounding and clean it out. And it's a gold net, and it's like a cube of gold netting that's all connected, and you just collapse it in and it catches whatever's not you, and then you give it to your angels, right? So that's normal collapsing gold nets. We did high up collapsing gold nets on Friday in the recap, and there is a walkthrough in there, which I think is really good, particularly if you have very whacked out genetic relatives. That would be good for you. Even if you don't talk to them anymore. It doesn't matter. They know you exist on a spirit level. They haven't like forgotten your existence, trust me. So anyway, the high up gold net, collapsing gold nets, you start actually above the top of your aura, and you just make a giant cube of gold netting, like from the top of your aura all the way around, like as high as like 40 feet above the top of your aura, and just collapse a gold net cube on that, and just get everything that's not you, that's bothering you, and just hand it to your angels. And ask them with your mind to recycle whatever's in the gold net. So that is high up gold net. So huge or giant collapsing gold nets. What that is that's just all of the above. It's just this giant thing. So let's do it. And again, we really had to do this extra because of the holidays, because like I said, even people who do meditate and are good energy geeks, you know, rocking it out, if their genetic mother or some relative who's very aware of them, and they all are aware of you on a spirit level. But anyway, if you have a whacked out channeling, you know, kind of super opinionated, imbalanced relative, they channel energy. And so you have to do extra measures to stay safe and, you know, have the best life you can. But it's an easy technique, so it's not a hardship, I don't think. It just is what it is. So, okay, so the gold net, the collapsing gold net is going to be all the way down to the center of the earth, and it's going to be high up as 40 feet above the top of your aura, all right? And then on either side, you know, maybe a little bit out, you know? So, but the main thing is like up above is a big deal. Okay, we can do 40 feet all around you, why not? So here's Akudal, and then 40 feet out from her in all directions above, and, you know, all the way down to the center of the earth. Okay, that's a giant collapsing gold net. Just so you're covering all your bases. So just imagine out in front of you a mini copy of yourself, and then 40 feet above you is like, you know, this high, right? And then all the way down to the center of the earth is like down here, right? So make this giant gold net cube. And then just, again, we said in the last recap, it's easier, you release more if you think about letting go, right? So just as you collapse this cube of gold nets, just say, you know, I can let go. I can let go. And then just everything that's not you gets tangled up in this bunch of gold nets, and then you just pull it out of you and give it all as one big piece to your angels. And your angels are respectfully standing outside of your aura, and just hand it to them and just say, angels, can you please recycle all that? And your angels always hear you, whether or not you see them, whether or not you knew you had angels, you have them, and they help all the time. So just say, angels, with your mind, angels, please take all that for me. And they will. All right. So let's do that one more time. And again, that's called the giant collapsing gold net. So mini copy of your whole self out in front of you. This is the center of the earth. This is 40 feet above the top of your aura. Okay, and just, this is a live copy of you. So 40 feet out in all directions, plus down to the center of the earth. Giant gold net cube. And just collapse. Just remind yourself, I can let go. I can let go. I don't need to be harassed. I want to be safe. I can let all this go. Anything that's harassing me is going to be caught up by this net. And just drag it out of you as one solid piece, tangled up in the net. Give it to your angels. Say, angels, can you please recycle all that? And don't worry, you're not being unkind. Like, for example, you know, several genetic relatives' energy was caught up by that gold net in my case, but they're just going to get back their life force all cleaned up. It's not like they get harmed by that, you know, because angels obviously are pretty nice. Okay, cool. So then we did a blue earth energy soak for the deep thought areas. So you will know, because you will watch Discussing Deep Thought if you care, or you already know and you already saw it, but these are the deep thought areas. So your 8th chakra, which is a gold sun at least 3 feet above the top of your aura, is an eternal part of you that shines down like a gold sun, shines down eternal wisdom and healing energy. It's super calming. So all you gals with gals, do I have, yeah, I have some male participants who have anxiety issues too, but it's more my female participants who have anxiety issues. What's part of what's happening is you're not getting enough 8th chakra energy to shine down on you. So you're too blocked right here. So imagine your deep thought area and just use lots of gold light and melt away whatever hardness is on that surface, because you need, just comb through here, because you need your 8th chakra energy to shine down on you. Trust me, when you feel a lot of that, it's really calming. You're like, whoa, it's gonna work out. And it's not like you're in some altered state. I mean, you're here, you're present, but you kind of are like, yeah, this is gonna work out. I'm learning, this is okay, this is part of my journey, you know. But if you have too much blockage here, whew, you can go through all sorts of negative thoughts and feelings and whatever. So, okay. So 8th chakra, conscious mind, subconscious mind. So you imagine, you know, 3 cubes out in front of you that touch, because those, where they touch, remember in the last recap, I said that was called a blending surface, because that's what my angel told me to call it. The angel showed me this thing like back when I was doing webinars. But anyway, so imagine this setup 3D out in front of you. So it's your 8th chakra. It's a nice rectangle that represents your 8th chakra, which is probably gold. And then the blue 3D rectangle is for your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Conscious mind is higher up in this image than your subconscious mind, and just comb through it with lots of gold light, because deep thought is the nice happy flow between these areas. And then blue earth energy soak is you bring up blue earth energy from the center of the earth and you soak these lower 2 parts with earth energy at blue. So subconscious mind and conscious mind. So you just bring up from the center of the earth with your hands and your imagination, or just your imagination, you bring up blue earth energy and soak your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. Just soak them. And those blending surfaces, soak those in the blue earth energy. And gold light from your hands. So you got the blue earth energy coming up, you got gold light from your hands. Love that. All right, so I did that for everyone as part of the healing, and then we did really the whole rest of this healing, by the way, is deep thought work. So just get ready, get comfy, okay? This is it. And you know, if you have a meditation journal, just sketch this out if you want. I actually use this piece of paper and I tape it on my wall like all the time, so that when I'm meditating, you know, it's right in front of me. So you don't have to be me. You don't have to wear crazy t-shirts and dye your hair and all that, but you could. But and adopt 3 beagles. But I don't know, you know, this thing is so cool. You might want to sketch it out and put it somewhere, you know, maybe in your meditation journal or on your wall, somewhere where you're going to see it, to remind you to use it. Oh, by the way, speaking of tie-dyes, I love this tie-dye shirt. I usually don't wear this one just because I love it so much, which is kind of ironically silly. But this is called a blue-footed booby. This bird is called a blue-footed booby. And it's found in, I'm going to forget, the Galapagos. So this is some kind of hand-painted tie-dye shirt that I found in a thrift store in Chicago for $3. I love it. Okay. So we did next the deep thought healing for the holidays. So you imagine these areas out in front of you and you want this flow. You want this flow always. You want your deep thought flow, right? Because it feels so peaceful and great if you have good flow between all these areas. But then what I did for people, and you can do for yourself now, is you imagine any energy blocks that are healthy and gentle for you to release right now, that you can clear, that normally mess with your energy on the holidays. Just go ahead and imagine where they are. It could be a hardness in one of the blending surfaces that I've represented here by dotted lines, or it could be hard objects, either in the conscious mind or the subconscious mind. So again, find some energy blocks that are healthy and gentle for you to clear right now that would help you be more present for the holidays. And what do they look like? Just use your imagination. So for me, it's in my middle section, conscious mind, and it's like all these little, they look like those styrofoam egg cartons, and they're all white. And so it's like 25 styrofoam egg cartons. So I'm just gonna bring up blue earth energy to soak those, because anything white is like a real high vibration. So I'm gonna soak them in blue earth energy, and then I'm gonna use a lot of gold light and just melt them away with lots and lots of gold light. So your energy blocks might look bright white, they might look black. Doesn't matter, they're just energy blocks, so you clear them with gold light and maybe some blue earth energy. Blue earth energy in this case when you're doing deep thought stuff. So instead of 25 egg cartons, now I have 2. Yay. So the reason some of them don't clear right away is because people are corded into them. And so if somebody's corded into those energy blocks, it's harder for them to clear. So that's why I still have 2 left. So I'm just going to use gold light and melt away the energy cords going into those 2. And then poop, poop, they just cleared. And they disappeared. So if you can't see, and you can't see the energy blocks, so you can't see the cords, you just imagine. Right? And so you're like, I think they still haven't finished clearing, and then just use gold light and just kind of soak them and melt away cords going into them, you know, with your imagination. And worst case, if you're like, it's really not clearing, just ask your angels, angels, can you please clear that for me? And they will. So anyway, I did that a bunch, help people to clear energy blocks that were affecting them because of the holidays. Energy blocks that made them less present and more triggered for the holidays. And so you could do one more on that one just because how fun is it? So just specifically look, like if you found some in your subconscious mind already, maybe look in your conscious mind. And if you found some already in your conscious mind, look in your subconscious mind. So find something with your imagination that's healthy and gentle for you to release right now. For me, like combing through it just kind of helps me think better. So for me, it's like I have like about 40 black marbles in the subconscious mind section. So I'm just gonna melt them away with cold light and melt away people's cords going into them. They're all from past lives, but you don't have to know that. But if you want to know, just once you find the energy block, just use your intuition. You know, it's multiple choice, past life, present life. And just the more you relax, the more your intuition just kind of comes to you. Oh, I think it's past life. You don't need to know. It's just fun. All right. Yay, those energy blocks cleared. So, this one commenter, she posted like, oh, do you recommend a book about the subconscious mind? And I responded in a way that could be perceived as somewhat obnoxious, which is never my intention. But I said that she was the best book that she could ever read, and she should just keep, you know, healing herself and reading herself. And I really, really believe that. So like literally, like if you want to know about your subconscious mind, here it is. Look at it, heal it, find something in it, and melt it away. For real. So, I mean, it's like no one could ever write a better book than what you're going to find in your own meditations. You know, this is the stuff that helps you grow, period. You know, absolutely the best. So anyway, find one more thing that's going to be like helping you, and you don't have to know what it is. You don't have to see what it is. Like you're just combing through and you're melting it, right? So let's see, what did we do next? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's move forward. So the next thing was the ideal next step, which I've already explained how cool ideal next step is. Ideal next step is what you may know is what you really should be working on. And your angels for sure know is what you should be working on like right now. And I helped everyone clear energy blocks that were keeping them from taking action on their ideal next step and keeping them from receiving angel assistance with their ideal next step. Because of course your angels are trying to help you through your ideal next step. They're trying to advise you. They're trying to make it easier for you. They're trying to protect you so that you can. But it's really this two-way street. You can't just be like, why can't my angels do it for me? Like, that's just not how it works. You have to receive their assistance. You have to be kind of aligned in order to receive their help, which I know seems like a cruel joke sometimes, for real. But it's, trust me, there's a reason, you know, it's for your own good, you know, you have to learn. So anyway, so clear, you know, heal, gold light, comb through this surface, and these two areas with gold light, and just your intention is you're melting away any energy blocks that keep you from accomplishing your ideal next step and block you from receiving angel help about your ideal next step. And go ahead and find a specific one too, because you can just go like that, you know, like I said, with that intention, and that's very effective. But you could also just find a specific energy block somewhere. And if you feel like that whole topic is just like, wow, that's important, but now I'm freaked out, just bring up the blue earth energy and soak. Do a blue earth energy soak of your conscious and subconscious mind sections and just soak it in the blue earth energy. That is what I did for participants. I did gold light, but then I kept doing blue earth energy soaks, and then I would bring it down and do more gold light, and then I'd bring up blue earth energy soak. Because it's like blue earth energy soak of your conscious and subconscious mind areas. It's just so centering, and it makes you feel safe, and it makes you feel like you're not freaking out at all. Okay, so find some energy blocks that are in the way of you really accomplishing your ideal next step. And for a lot of people, they had way more in the subconscious mind section. Because a lot of times your ideal next step, you know what it is, and you're just not doing it. So it's like you've kind of worked through some of your conscious excuses, but you still can't do it. So that means it's in the subconscious section, the subconscious mind section. Right there, right? And you want that 8th chakra energy to permeate downward to comfort you and enlighten you, but you also want to receive angel help. And so you need to have great flow, ironically, to receive angel help, to fully, you know, maximize the potential of it. So anyway, imagine your subconscious mind section, find some energy blocks that are gentle and healthy for you to clear right now. that help you to move forward with your ideal next step. So for me, mine look like soda cans, okay? Like 15 white soda cans, like lined up 555 in this subconscious mind section. So I'm just gonna melt them away with gold light. And they're white, so I could bring up earth energy, blue earth energy, but I feel like they're gonna clear pretty fast if I can just relax enough. Yeah. I think because with the blue earth energy soak, you loosen them up a lot. So then when you do the gold light, I mean, because I already did a blue soak. Yeah, they all cleared. So again, if yours didn't clear, maybe melt away the cords that are going into them with extra gold light. And then, you know, last resort, just say, angels, can you please help me clear this? And so we did that a lot. Energy blocks that were, so if you have a meditation journal, you know, you could write that one out. And that is really the main reason why this video is so late today, because I road tested this for myself, because I know exactly what my ideal next step is that I wasn't doing. And it's setting up, it's figuring out like how to sell, you know, those Metatron recordings that are going to be coming out every month. The Archangel of Metatron like dictated these energy healing forecast recordings to me for December and January, and he's going to do it for every month. So they're going to be these recordings that are like, you know, between 20 to 30 minutes long every month, you know, and I already have the December and January recordings, but I'm selling them. We agreed, like me and the angels, that it's ethical for me to offer the first 5 minutes for no charge, and then the whole recording in its entirety is for $15 US. So, but anyway, so there's a whole bunch of technical garbage to make it sell, and then you get the download links instantly, which I've never really figured out until today. So that was my ideal next step, because I was avoiding it and doing all this other work and not doing that. And it was creating this pressure, you know, like I was not as productive because the ultimate project that I really, really needed to do was not getting done. And it just scrambles your brain, you know? So anyway, I did this. I cleared energy blocks in the way of me doing my ideal next step. And they were mostly in my subconscious mind section. And I did my ideal next step. I'm like so thrilled. It's not up on my site yet, but I found, you know, you have to pay a third party, and I found the perfect one finally, and it's so exciting. So anyway, pretty much that was all I had to do, was clear it out here, because I tried doing it the regular way, just with chakra work, and my creative rings would block up, and my 7th blocked up a little, and my first chakra blocked up a little. So then I cleared that, and I tried it again, but it still didn't work, you know, just with chakra work and unblocking creative rings. And then I did this work, and I added this to it and cleared energy blocks in these areas that were in the way of me taking my ideal next step and receiving angel assistance to take my ideal next step. And it worked. It worked. So this stuff works, guys. So anyway, so then what we did is I wanted everyone to stay in good shape after this healing, at least for as long as possible. So I had everyone redo their aura buffer zones, the gold energy aura buffer zones. You just ask your angels. I mean, well, if you're conscious of this and you understand what a gold energy aura buffer zone is and how to recreate it, then you could just do it yourself. You know, bam, bam, I just recreated them. You know, but if you don't know what they are yet, you could say, angels, could you create for me gold energy aura buffer zones? And then go ahead and watch the October 1st energy healing recap, so you consciously learn what they are, because that's important to consciously understand what you're doing. So that's October 1st energy healing recap, gold energy aura buffer zones. And someday I will have a video on just that. But that wasn't my ideal next step, so I didn't do that today. So anyway, I had angels, for all the 60 participants, I had them ask their angels to redo their gold energy aura buffer zones. So that looked pretty fabulous to have everyone redo that. And then we ended the healing with an angel blessing. was just a general angel blessing. I was conferring with my angels because I didn't remember so long ago today. I feel like today was like a whole week because I did my ideal next step. But anyway, so I asked everyone, okay, have the healing's over, and then everyone was like, yay. And then I said, you know, but to wrap up, have your angels give you a blessing. Have your angels bless you. And so you can do that right now. Just say, angels, with your mind, you know, angels, can you please give me a blessing? Wow. I should do that more often in recaps. That was awesome. Very cool. And trust me, that worked. If you're a newbie, you may not have felt the angel blessing that you just got, but if you said that with your mind, angels, please give me a blessing, it for sure worked. It for sure happened because angels can hear your thoughts clear as a bell. And of course, they're going to give you a healing if you ask. Okay. So I hope that helped. Hope you are now inspired and empowered to try this stuff on your own, even just a teeny bit. And stay tuned for the Tuesday healing if you're a participant, and for the Tuesday recap video. Woohoo! Go and do your ideal next steps, folks. Bye.